Dear students, welcome to Social Science Revised Textbook Videos. In this video, let us see History Chapter 4 Opposition to British Rule in Karnataka and Wodiyars of Mysore. Fill in the blanks with suitable answers. The First Anglo-Mysore War took place between dash and dash. The British and Hyder Ali. The Second Anglo-Mysore War ended with Dash Treaty, Mangalore. Raja Wodiyar made Dash as his capital, Srirangapatanam. Kittur Chennamma adopted a boy named Shivalingappa. Rayanna of Kittur state belonged to Dash village, Sangolli. Surapura is in the present district of Yadgir. The Bedas of Dash village of Belgaum district rebelled against the British, Halagali. The Amarasulya rebellion was basically a Dash rebellion. Correct answer is Farmers Rebellion. Second main, discuss in groups and answer later. What are the achievements of Chikkadevaraja Wodiyar? He was an efficient soldier and administrator. He checked the invasion of Shivaji at Madurai, Ikkeri and Bijapur. He captured Magadi, Madugiri, Kortagiri and other places. He purchased Bengaluru from the Mughal military general. He had the titles like Karnataka Kavi Chakravarti, Apratima Veera, Tenkana and Navakoti Narayana. He started the Council of Ministers or Attara Kacheri to help in administration. The postal system came into being during his time. A dam was constructed across river Kaveri and Chikkadevaraja and Dondiya canal were also constructed for irrigation. He had patronized many poets like Tirumala Raya, Sanchi Honnamma and so on. How did Hyder Ali come to power? Hyder Ali gained prominence in the scenario of uncertainty that clouded over the Mysore and Carnatic region. Hyder Ali soon became popular in using arms and experiments. He undertook the invasion of the forces by active military operations and suppressed Dalwais. He imprisoned Krishnaraja Wodiyar II and kept him under house arrest and took over the power. He became famous as Nawab Hyder Ali in a short time. What are the effects of Second Anglo-Mysore War? Tipu Sultan was waging war in Malabar region when Hyder Ali died. The British tried to take advantage of Hyder Ali's death by invading Mangalore and Bidanur. They also tried to instigate the rulers of Calicut and Malabar regions against Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan thought of all these developments and decided to protect Mangalore and the coastal regions. He defeated the British. The Treaty of Mangalore ended the Second Anglo-Mysore War. What were the conditions of Srirangapatanam Treaty? Tipu was forced to part with half of his kingdom. He was forced to pay 3 crore rupees as war damage fee. He had to pledge 2 of his children as a guarantee against the payment. He was also forced to release the prisoners of war. The British withdrew the combined army from Srirangapatanam. The Fourth Anglo-Mysore War strengthened the position of the British in Mysore. Discuss. Tipu died while fighting against the British. With the death of Tipu Sultan, the British were happy as if the whole India came under their rule. Most of the territories under Tipu's rule was shared among the British, the Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad. A small territory was handed over to the royal representatives of Mysore Wodiyars. This region came to be known as Mysore Princely State. What are the achievements of Krishnaraja Wodiyar IV? He was very much interested in spreading education among his people. He abolished fees in all primary schools to develop primary education. He helped girls' education. He started the University of Mysore and also started scholarship to the students continuing education in foreign countries. The Indian Institute of Science was established at Bangalore with the help of Tata. Special attention was given to the development of irrigation. A barrage was constructed across Kaveri near Belagola. New railway lines were laid. The iron and steel factory, cement factory, paper mills at Bhadravati, sugar factory at Mandya, sandal oil factory at Mysore, soap factory at Bangalore, chemical and fertilizers factory at Belagola were started. Legislative Council was formed, which was a great step in the legislative measures. He had a lot of interest towards fine arts and encouraged musicians. Mysore became a model state due to his administration. Mahatma Gandhi called him as Rajashri. Explain the method of resisting the British power by Dondiya Wagh. He built army, captured Bidanur Shivamogga forts. He was unsuccessful to capture Chitradurga. Wellesley tried to check the rebellion. British attack on Shivamogga, Honnali, Harihara. Capture of Shikaripura, Dondiya's plight to Gutti. Attack on Gutti by Nizam. Dondiya's plight to Maratha region. Continued his war in spite of defeat to Marathas. Encouraged by Palegars, French extended support. British army followed Dondiya. Capture of Shirahatti. Followers of Dondiya were killed. British attacked from all directions. Was caught between Maratha and Nizam army. British attacked him near Yelaparavi and killed Dondiya at Konagal. Explain the method adopted by Rayanna to fight against the British. Rayanna was a brave soldier. He fought for the independence of Kittur and felt it was his duty to liberate his motherland. He fought with Rani Chennamma and was imprisoned along with her. He developed a sense of nationalism and went on organizing an army. He went on organizing secret meetings at sensitive geographical locations. He aimed at looting the treasury and taluk offices of the British. He had an army of 500 men. He became furious with the villagers who were assisting the British army. The British devised a cunning strategy to capture Rayanna. Rayanna was cunningly captured and brought down to Dharwad. He was declared as an offender and was hanged. Explain the contributions of Puttabasappa of Kodagu in the freedom struggle. Puttabasappa presented himself as Swami Aparampara. He organized the rebels and calmed down the people. He declared that tax on tobacco and salt will be withdrawn if the rebel government assumed power. The capture of the government office in Bellare was the first move in this rebellion. He killed an Amaldar who was known for his brutality. The rebels marched towards Mangalore to capture it. The British were engaged in fortifying their fort in Mangalore. The rebels marched towards Mangalore through Panemangalore and Bantwal. They looted the treasury and prison of Bantwal. The British sought the army of Talacheri, Kannur and Bombay to quell this uprising. On hearing this development, Puttabasappa and his associates fled towards Sulya. The British captured them with the help of people in Kodagu. He was hanged to death. Discuss the Surapura rebellion in brief. The British government was observing the various developments of Surapura. It came to the notice of government that the representatives of Nana Sahib were present in Surapura. This made the British suspicious of king's intentions. The British appointed an officer named Campbell to report on the various activities of the king. The officer submitted a report to the resident of Hyderabad. that the king is involved in maladministration. Venkatappa Nayaka is usually presented as the leader of 1857 revolt in Karnataka by the historians. The British army captured Surapura. The war continued. There is confusion regarding Venkatappa Nayaka's end.